the South. Ain't got really feel me. Feel us. East Coast, feel me. Feel us. West Coast, feel me. Say what?
What's up, y'all? It's Kaya. I am back to go over this week's episode of All American Season 6, Episode 12, Draft Day. Secondhand embarrassment is a real thing because from the top, they've been playing with them from the top because Liv Girl's hair. No. Let's get into it. These are going to be quick thoughts and recaps of this episode. We'll see how I was feeling about this. Episode was good, though. You know what? Let's go. Starting out with Asher. Ash, my guy, I apologize because I thought your story was complete. It was not. Now it is, though. Asher has the new coach at Coastal, Coach Edison. He ain't trying to give him no time of day. He lost right now, and he just want to work. He want to coach. He want to do what it is he loves. I like that they did it where there's this new coach coming in, well, who's now in, and they're not trying to connect with him. They're not trying to understand him, not trying to support him, see, like, what he's capable of providing to the team in any kind of way. And I think that goes to show what we were talking about, what I was talking about, and that y'all was listening to, hopefully. But what we were talking about in regards to Asher having these other men in his life who were there to support him, there to guide him and be a mentor in some kind of way. Billy and then Coach Montez. So now without them being there, it's hard for him to build back up that relationship with someone new and to connect with that person when they're not trying to give him the same sort of opportunities as those other people were. So he's struggling. I mean, when he said, because he done went to talk to Joy about it, my man's made this whole binder, breaking down all the players, all the plays, just so he could show his worth, prove his worth to this guy. And he threw it in the trash. And I was like, that's not where you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be there no more. Your time at Coastal has come to an end. They're not going to get rid of this man. And the fact that he did all that work, y'all know he put his all up into that binder. Go pick that out, Asher. You could go use that somewhere else. Take that and give it to somebody else so they could better use it. They're going to have the full breakdown. Let me not be shady like that. Go give it to GAU so they can have all the strengths and weaknesses of these players, because this man trying to play up in your face right now. But what I was not expecting, and I don't know why this didn't cross my mind, y'all. I said, yo, this makes so much more sense. That's why they showed Homegirl last time. They said, go back home to mama. Go back home to where it all started at. The first person to really feed into your dreams here. Coach Mrs. Montez, new path unlocked. Look, I don't want nobody going to work at Crenshaw. I know it's up and coming. I know it's going down the path to success eventually. But we don't need nobody working in that doom and gloom place. But Beverly? I would take Asher going back there. But I just like that they're taking him in this. He's so mature now, too. Look at Ash. Every time I be like, look at who we met. Because they're so different now. Everybody done grown. They done changed for the better. Mostly everyone. There's still some that need to coop. Look at Ash compared to who we met and now just being so supportive of those around him, giving advice to those around him, wanting the best for not only himself, but for his partner, his family, and just truly thinking everything through, thinking of his family in these decisions. But he's matured so much, and that's exactly why he's Jordan's best man. Before we get there, right? I'll touch on some other people. We ain't there yet. We gotta build our way up. So Liv Girl now, let me tell you, we going Spelivia. We are just hitting Spelivia because they was playing today. Yesterday. They were playing with us. Liv Girl's hair, she laid up on her man. I said, was it his shoulder that was doing that to your hair that whole time? Because she gets up and it's looking crazy. It's looking even crazy because when she first gets up off his shoulder, right, and some hairs is out of place. And I was like, hold on, because it is looking a little cray-cray, but it ain't looking like what I saw in that trailer. Until the camera takes off of her, pans back to her, and now it's just all over the place. I said, nah, they messed it up even more. And what got me, because I said, Liv Girl, they are playing in your face, is the fact that they had this girl get this nice gift, this nice bomb gift from her man, with her hair looking like that. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They are laid up on this couch, domesticated, all up on this couch in this house, and just chilling. She just wants to spend time with her man. But spent, at the same time, he's like, I want to show, they know how much I love them, but I want to show the people that I love how much I love them by giving them these gifts, things that I was never really able to give them before. But now with the success that I'm about to have, with this career I'm about to have, with the people that I'm about to have it with, I want to share that love. I want to spread that love. I loved it. Her just opening it up and being so surprised and just loving. And I also like that they didn't have her being like, oh my gosh, Spencer, no, I know this costs so much. They just had her appreciating the gift from him. But y'all ain't have to have Homegirl looking like that. Y'all could have even had her being like this as she's like looking at it like, oh no, hold on. You know what? Scratch that. I ain't even gonna get on you. I love the fact that you owned how you looked in this moment, that you just accepted your hair being all out of place because you're so comfortable with your man and he loves you that way. He said that jewelry was just as beautiful as you are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl, because I really was just getting on you, and I was getting on you for the last week, actually, since they showed you to me looking like that. I've been getting on you this whole time when you've been comfortable in your skin. I'm not even gonna knock that for you, because I love that. You can't look great all the time. People don't look like that when they wake up, and clearly she was just getting up and just wanted to spend time with her man in that state. I respect it. Now we have Lip Girl, who her self-published book is coming out, Coach Billy. It's a series. We got a series coming from Homegirl. She really about to make bank when she start getting more recognition for her stuff. But we get in there. She's talking to my Malora about it. She has a signing that's coming up for the book. This should have been my sign that this was not going to go well, because she tells her that her old publisher's assistant, Nikki, is the one that put on the signing for her, right? I said, because look, your old publisher, you done self-published this book. There was a split there. So we can't be trusting this assistant over here. Who knows what Nikki done told her to do, what Nikki told her not to do. Or maybe she just sucked over here. That's why she was over here trying to get some extra work on the side, because she just sucks at her job. That right there should have been a sign that was not about to go the way we wanted it to go for our girl. But also, I'm looking at this book and I say, yo, the little deal, big deal kind of, do some artwork for this thing, because if not, missed opportunity, people. But if not, maybe for the next books, keep it in the family, because that's what we are now, pretty much. They can have him do some of the artwork for her books, and then put my man on a little come up too. I've heard dealing with that. At the same time, we have Spence, who's now, it's draft day, and he is spending it with his mom. He's spending it with his bro. Dill, stop. Layla is taken. She is not checking for you, my guy. We have Spence giving his mom, like he was giving Lip Girl the gift earlier, he giving his mom a car. He said, for you, my lady, you get a whole car. And it was at this moment that I said, he is not. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry to say it, but I was already mentally prepared for it to happen later on. That draft was not going to go the way we wanted it to go. And I said we, because I actually didn't want him to get drafted. But them showing him going through this money, and he wasn't blowing the money. It was just money that he had saved up that he was starting to use a little bit of, because he's about to get drafted. He's about to have the career of his dreams. And it wasn't like he was loaning the money, as he said. So, but them just showing that, I said, yo, it's a lot of money that he is going through, though, at the same time. And he's just was a college student, still on his come up, and has yet to be drafted. I said he still is not about to be drafted, because that's the only reason they're showing us this and having Eric even comment on it, on him spending this money in the first place, when he doesn't have the money coming back into him yet. He hasn't signed a deal yet. This isn't preparing us. So when it hit, it was so hard to watch, but the whole time watching, I knew his name was not going to be called. Spence, I'm sorry. It is going to be called someday, though. Don't you worry about it. But today was not that day. Yesterday was not that day. But before we get to that moment, building up to it. So he is going to these events that's leading up to draft day. At the same time, we have Lip Girl, who's at her signing. Eric, because this is his first client, his first big client, too. He just wants it to be a success, not only for himself, but to help Spencer get a successful career as well. So he is trying to make sure Spencer is just on everything, on top of everything, that he is on top of everything for Spencer. And if he ever sees him straying off of that path, to get him back on track. Cool. This is the Coop I like. At times she can be much when it comes to her bestie. She just be all over. Yeah, this is for Spencer. Why would you do that to Spencer? Blah, blah, blah. But there are certain times where she's not that extreme. She's doing what she's supposed to do specifically for him. When you're just focused on your bestie and him individually, that's when I like you. Don't be saying you're getting on other people because of your bestie, because of how your bestie is feeling. That's between them two people. Don't do that, girl. But if it's just him who you have to set straight for him, to him, I'll take that. And that's her in this moment here, being his manager, being his best friend, his support system, his one constant, because Lip Girl's working on her book. But that one constant piece of home while he's out here at all these events in this sea of the unknown. I really appreciated her just for being here for him in this moment, especially when Eric started to be too much. You get it, you was just trying to do your job, but it was not going to end well for you in this situation, because this is a big thing for Lip Girl. The book is called Coach Billy. That man meant the world to her and to Spence. You would have thought that Spence was going to miss this event, this book signing for his woman. The way he shut that down, and what makes it stand out even more to me, is because back in season 4, I'm sorry, I gotta go there, y'all, but back in season 4, Lip Girl was like, did you even read the article? And he ain't read it. He ain't read it. They are no longer those people. They are in a completely different place within their growth, within themselves, within their career paths, and just with each other. They have grown so much. So my man was like, you would have thought that this book that I done read hundreds of times, I was not going to be there for the official release of it. I don't even care if one person is there. All right, they have like 10 family members. I don't even care who show up. Nobody can show up, but I will make sure I will be that one person that is present. I'm making my way to that signing. And he sure did. But before he got to the signing, yeah, we there. We were there. we are fam. The whole fam was the only people present. I said, Nikki screwed us over. Nikki, what did Nikki do? Nikki did nothing. Ain't nobody here. Liv Girl sitting at this table. My heart was just breaking. I was like, no, I can't take it. I cannot. I kid y'all not. I was watching it like this. And I thought it was one of those moments where it starts out a struggle, and then you see the people start to file in after the fact, like, oh no, here we are, surprise, like we just got held up doing something, or we had the wrong location, something. I was just hoping that it was a mistake that was happening, and that people were going to file in towards the end of it. We never got that. And I love that we never got it because of where we ended up with her just staying true to herself, taking it back to the roots of it all, because it is about her dad and his history and everything. So the fact that we made our way back to Crenshaw with it eventually, before we get there though, right? We got the whole fam here. Patience. They just gave you back to us. And then they done took her away, y'all. Asher wasn't helping, thinking he was late to the event. No, my guy, no one been here all day. This though, because it was Eric coming in with this whole camera crew, using this as an opportunity to further help Spence. Shouldn't have done it. I don't agree with the way he went about it, and I feel like that's something he should have ran by Spence beforehand, but we knew he was going to do it. But should have told him before, so he could just be like, nah, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to use her event in that way. At the same time though, I was looking at it as, because it is bringing to light her event. Nikki ain't doing a good job of promoting it. With this way, yeah, you're using this to better help Spence, make him appear a certain way, and that he's doing this good deed for his woman, for this man who meant so much to him. Well, I didn't say something to kind of help him live in a way to bring light to her book now, to have people like interested in what this book is, and to learn more about this person who meant so much to the Spencer Alonzo James. I feel like they should have had him run back in there and apologize to Liv for taking over her event like that and putting all these cameras up in it. And also because it did push her to the side once the cameras came in there for Spence. At the same time, her book got some screen time. Like, it's about to be up it's about to be up on these networks, on these blogs and everything. Like, yo, look at this book that Spencer James is holding over here. Coach Billy, what's that? Oh my goodness, this gonna help my kid be the future Spencer James. Let me go get him this book so we can see how he did it. And then they gonna go get it and read it. It's just gonna be about Billy's life. Sisters? They are sisters, y'all. We talking about growth. Look at them. Look at them. Look at us now. It's so crazy because it doesn't feel like this much time has passed, but yet you look at these characters and the changes that you see in them, and then you just see the gradual progression of their character and how they've changed over time. And it was a slow and steady process, but at the same time, it felt like time was just flying for us. It did take some time to get to where we're at right now, especially with these two. So the fact that she is just sitting here supporting her, letting her know, like, I would do the work for free, but at least if I did it for free, you would have an audience. You would have people coming in for this signing. You would have actual promotion for your book signing. Liv Girl's feeling down on herself now because this event wasn't a success. She didn't even have no kids here. That's the thing. Except the one that Eric done pulled for Spence to use. But everyone that was present was adults, and that's not her demographic of who she's trying to reach with this story. She wants to reach the younger generation, to teach them about her dad, because her dad spends so much time trying to be an influence and try to encourage the, Billy, you weren't always the best. We gotta say it. But he was trying out here, and that's the man he died trying to be. Homegirl's struggling. She's trying to reach out to see if someone can help her, because as a self-publisher, it's really hard to put yourself out there to promote your work because you don't have this huge, strong backing behind you. Lele girl coming back around to her bestie, because she's spiraling. You could see her just struggling in that moment. The way she just grabbed that box up and just sunk her head and walked out of that signing because it wasn't what she wanted it to be. You could tell. You just read it off of her body language. You felt it coming off of her. She went back to her homegirl to encourage her. We got Kia. Kia, I love you. It's just this genuine bond between them. Like, they are girlfriends. Liv to just know that she can turn to her and that she can get that help from her. Kia done rounded up all the kids. It could have been a few more, but she rounded up a good amount. It's more than what Liv Girl had at that book signing. But for Liv Girl to be able to share her dad's story with who she wants to share with, how, and where she wants to share it, it was not going well for her before. She was second guessing the whole self-publishing thing and if it was really going to work out for her. And the fact that she had her man's support, it's, what it is that I love too? Yeah, it was sad to see her not having that success at first, but to see all the support around her, of all these people who mean so much to her being present and stopping everything, because they all got stuff going on, a lot of stuff going on, but to see them all stopping in their tracks of those things to show up for her. And in many ways, that's the success right there. You have these people who are on this journey with you. So in this moment now, where it's ultimately where you would have wanted it to lead to, to know that you have all those people backing you. Little girl, look at us. Draft day, and Mans is out with his moms, little Dill. They all looking sharp. We got Coop over here. Coop, you looking kind of nice too. Ain't even gonna lie. Everyone's present for this big moment. The peeps is back at home. They on the couch watching. Lip Girls was hard to watch, but this was brutal. He on the carpet. He got his moms with him, and Mama just encouraging him the whole way. She's just like, be in the moment, son. You worked for this your whole life. We're here now. This is it. Little Dill, he is just in this moment thriving. He's like, yo, this is our come up right here, big bro. Spence is on this carpet, just giving all the thanks to his moms, his bro, his manager. It's official. His woman, the people back at home, to Billy, because you really helped me get to this point, my guy. All of that. And the whole time, I'm just like, no, this build up, they really building this up to come bring this down. We get inside. Y'all knew Lip Girl wasn't gonna miss this. She said, boo, you shut up for me, I'm showing up for you too. And she come and cop a squat next to her man, right? They made sure they saved that seat. They said, nah, this seat's for Lip Girl. Nobody sits there. This is her spot next to her man, because he really gonna need her. This is what did it. This is what really sold and solidified that he was not getting picked today. He looks over at his mama, because mama is reaching for her baby boy, and she said, you remember this moment? And I said, no, he most definitely is gonna remember this moment. We going. Early, he saw the dude walk in, looked at dude didn't even, he turned his head. I can't even see him. Spence peeped that. Name after name, none of them is his. Everybody back at home is just like, they're on the edge of their seats. The fact that Wade, where did you even come from? Spencer was never called, and I was just like, yo. Every time they were not calling his name, you could just see it eating at him. You could just feel the immense pressure and nerves and everything just coming off of him. And then to have Liv Girl have this moment where she's trying. It worked though. Girl, I gotta give it to you. That speech, even Spence, he was like, you sound just like your daddy did. She was trying to encourage her man, and she did. She was not sitting there. This man would have been broken down. It's one of the hard moments. You know, they're gonna be there for the good and the bad. This is one of the bad. But the fact that they had her here and talking him through it just showed their strength as a couple, as a unit. Because when I tell you the look on his face, everyone's stuck. Even I'm still stuck. It was the problem that no one wanted to pick him. He's been the top. His name has been out here this whole time. So why don't they want you, Spence? What is the problem? Hold on. Did Kenny? Nah, not Kenny. He wouldn't do that. Mac. Did Mac screw us over somehow, some way? Nah, it can't be. Y'all know AA. They are hitting us with this big thing because everyone expected this man to be drafted. This has been the big talk, especially this whole season. This has been his big thing that he's been aiming for. They're like, you're not getting it that easy. They're gonna have him have this huge setback to where the comeback, your friends, your family have this big day that's coming up, and you are struggling at the moment. So to have to go through now with this happy day, when you're dealing with something you weren't even expecting to happen, that's a huge setback for yourself. To see how you come out of all of this is gonna be so great to see where he goes from here, because we know he's gonna get drafted. I'm joking. I don't know, something just feels off about the way this all went down. Like Eric being all secretive, the way this dude just like looks at him and just keeps moving. I was like, somebody out here plotting, they scheming. Once that scheme come out, you better have a really good team that's ready for him. But I said, Dad, y'all really had to do it this way where you building my man up this whole episode? Like I was catching on. But y'all really had to have him out here spending all his money knowing that he was not about to get drafted. Like y'all knew. He ain't know that. He wouldn't have been spending like that if he knew. He had him looking sharp. I didn't like the jacket, but you could tell he really put his all into that outfit. They had my man's out here with his Sunday's best on, and he still ain't even get it. I just really want to know why, because even at the end, we still didn't even get a reason as to why he wasn't picked. Eric didn't tell us nothing. It's the fact that it ended and we still didn't even get no answer. It's fine if you ain't tell him. We could have ended with him just like sitting there staring off into space with like sad, depressed, and not knowing what to do next, where his future's gonna go from here. But y'all could have at least showed us something else happening on the side of like what the actual scheme of it was. There's some hidden message up in here as to why he was not picked. I get it for the story of it. I get it for the show. It's really thickening up the plot for us. But in realistic terms of what you are giving me on this show, why was he not picked? You know what I mean? Yo! We have a wedding. It's a lot to process. It's a lot to take in because
It's been a long time.
I I've been cheesing. I don't even know how long I've been cheesing at this point. We've had our rough patches. From the dude who was staring at this girl from across the pool, across the hall, from the dude who has wanted to ask this girl to dance for years and never had the courage to do it until now. No! We're getting married. I want them to be married so bad. But then at the same time, I want the marriage. Give it to me. At the same time, it's the end of an era. It's the end of this build-up and the start to forever. It's been so long. It's been the most amazing journey with these two people. And this is not saying goodbye because season 7, do not play with me, AA. Lele gets her happy ever after. She gets forever with the love of her life. She gets to have the family, the kids. I have to mentally prepare myself for this. Lele has been my favorite person. It's never wavered. It's been my favorite person on this series since the very beginning. All I wanted is for her to be happy, for her to be loved, for her to just have her person. And she has that. Like girl, you were wild in that time. We know this. It's been some rocky moments. But the way she's come out of all of that to get to this point here. Jor, you are up there for me too. You're right below your sis. In terms of couple, yeah, take it from me. Because I done told you. What's styling? Jordayla. These are my 2 all-time favorite ships. So now Jordayla is tying a knot. Before we get to marry Jordayla, let's build up. We get them. They show up on our screen. They are just dancing. Last week, I gave y'all a pass, and it was cool because I said what y'all gave me was still greatness. Y'all know how to deliver when it comes to Jordayla. Y'all be like, here, Kaya, because we know we can't just throw something out there when it comes to your people. We gotta get the best. And I was like, all right, what y'all got? So last week, I was like, prom dance? No. Studio? No. But what you gave instead, build up to that conversation, the fire pit, that's just as good. This is why I just be taking what you be giving me because it always leads somewhere. And where it led to this week, you say you ain't get that dance last week. We wasn't gonna give it to you then because this is them practicing right now. The moments though, and how you build them up. Because when we got my people dancing at prom, it was this dance between friends, trying to keep this platonic friendship, feeling something in that moment, but we're not going to look into or try to feel into what these feelings are that we have right now. So now fast forward to Grace's wedding. We have now professed those feelings, we've acted on those feelings, but the people around us are not aware of what it is that's going on between us. So we have to keep a distance to some degree still. So we're dancing here and it's closer. Way closer than what it was before. You can feel more of the emotion coming into them. But at the same time, you have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to be cautious of getting too close so not to lead people on to what it is that's going on between the two of you. Now here, with the practice dance for this wedding, this is how we're met with them, is them just dancing. Not caring if someone walks in, because at this point, we are living in our love with each other. Everyone around us knows, approves, even if they didn't approve, we don't care, but they do. Intimacy in this dance of them just practicing, of just being so comfortable. Relaxed state, you could just feel both of them in. At some point, I knew this man's dance moves was gonna make an appearance with Lele. Girl, this is not the time. You save Magic Mike for the bedroom. We don't need this right now. I want the dip too. She wants the dip and I want the dip. But when we got the dip, I said, hold on. It was like his eyes went to go lock on her so he could pull her eyes to him. And he wasn't gonna have it any other way. And she was like, Dad, I can't, I'm not even gonna try to resist. I was like, girl, don't do it. We can't do it. He looks at her, focuses on her eyes. She looks back at him, locks in on his eyes. So which y'all taking, the floor or the couch? I don't think y'all making it to the couch with that look y'all give her right now. Because you know what this dance felt like between them practicing is when you have this married couple, they both just had a long day and they come home, they unwind after work, they're in the bedroom, and before they go to bed, just to have a moment of peace to themselves. It's like, let's just get back to us. And then they go and find each other in the bedroom, pull each other in, and then they have this slow dance just to connect back, and then the heads touch. That would have just made this even more. If they would have gave us a forehead touch in this moment, I would have lost it. Imagine just like, quit it. No. They get up and she like, nah, we're gonna have to rethink this whole dip situation, because if you looking at me like that, boo, ain't no telling what I'm gonna do. We're gonna tell them they gotta finish up the seating chart, but on top of that, Liv Girl is now her maid of honor. You gotta find the best man. We're looking like, nah, because that wasn't a part of the plan. It wasn't part of the plan because you said it was gonna be a part of the plan. As he does the nose touch. Don't be 420ing me like that. Everything that makes Jordayla great is just rounding them out leading up to this wedding. Hold up, because as they're dancing, homegirl's all up on his shoulders. Her shoulders. Every inch of his shoulder, his neck, she's there. Because Liv Girl, who's her maid of honor, because Liv Girl made herself maid of honor. This is it too. Joy, we're about to touch on you. Olivia, this episode, because I told y'all how she was helping Liv Girl out earlier. She came back to her to help her, make sure she was good. But leading up to that moment with Liv Girl helping Lele with her hair for this wedding. She over here holding up the extensions, right? This is touch base real quick for next week. Where were those extensions in play at? Because I've seen my girls here for this wedding. Where were these extensions being used at? They said, we just need something. As y'all have y'all sister moment. Forget the hair, forget the hair. Hold up. It never dawned on me that they had never said sisters to each other until they said sisters here. Ain't no way, because I used it, so maybe that's why I thought they've been using it before. Lily Girl is just cheesing it up, and I love this for her. She ain't have no family. She done lost her mama, daddy been MIA, now he wanna pop up at the end of the season. Okay, sir. I'll allow it because she needs somebody walking down this aisle. The Bakers became like an extended family to her eventually. But even then, there was a period of time where that was very distant for a while until we got to this point here where they're very much present in her life and she wants them to be there, they want to be there. And we're about to solidify that, y'all. This is going to be her legit fan. Mama Laura is going to be her official mama. Liv Girl is going to really be her sister now. You know she gotta feel good when before you were consistently coming home to this huge house by yourself with no family. And now every day you get to come home to this big house that's full of family, and in a few days you get to marry the love of your life and then eventually get to start a family with him. Lele Girl, I love seeing you so happy. What I love about Olivia is the way you can see they have built them up, their friendship and building up the sisterhood between them, which goes to show now why Liv Girl is and should be her maid of honor. Because you can have a friendship and the friendship just die out and you let it go. This is how you knew they were always meant to be sisters, because the issues that they were going through over the years, they've had several rocky moments. You could have just been like, alright, this relationship is dead, I don't even care, like I'm not pushing this. But they kept coming back. They found a way to stay in each other's lives this whole time. And the way we got this slow progression of their relationship up until season 6, y'all, because season 6 they were just like, here you go, Olivia, here you go, Olivia. I was like, all right, hold on, I'm taking them. Y'all just throwing them at me real fast. The way they showed them being there, and this is the thing too, because they are living their lives over here. One girl was gone for 1 year and 3 months. She comes back, she with her man, they working on their relationship. Lily Girl, she done got engaged. She with her man, they working on their relationship. Throughout all of that, Olivia is just, it's consistent. They're just there for each other through it all. This is one strong relationship that is not going anywhere. It is Jor going between Spence and Ash, trying to see if they are too busy to take on this role because it's hard for him to make the decision, so he's trying to talk it out. And see, let's see what the heart is telling you, Joe. As he's having these conversations, though, it gets him to thinking of what is going to happen with him and Layla after they do get married. Where are they going to live? Are they going to have kids? He knows he loves her. He wants to build his life with her. And he just wants to spend forever with her. But how does she feel about these same topics? It's like, Jor, don't worry. Don't even question it. Because in my head, this is the same woman who just a few weeks ago, she was trying to make sure everything was on point for Layla's. Everything that she be having going on, she wants to make sure it is like taken care of to a T. Layla just be on top of it. Ain't no way this girl's about to get married and don't have a plan for after. Let's just see this play out though. So he's talking to her. She's so focused on this season chart. Look at Layla Girl, who at the start of season 6 was nothing to do with this wedding. She wasn't even trying to think about this wedding. And now she is just so focused on it. So good to see now, because I wouldn't have wanted to see her forcing herself to try to get in the mood to do this stuff in the beginning when she really truly didn't want to do it because she wasn't in that headspace to focus on it and hadn't done the work on herself. It's so much better now seeing her just all about the wedding planning and wanting to make sure everything is exactly how she wants it to be for her and Jor's special day, because she's done the work on herself, because she's now ready to marry the love of her life. All these things that she gets to fully experience and appreciate and want to do for her wedding, and we get to see that enjoyment coming off of her. I want this for you, girl, so bad. Jor realizes this is not the time. Conversation is not about to take place, so he's just gonna help her on the seating chart. This is where I was like, hold on, Ash. We get Jor talking to Ash later about him and Layla and what's gonna happen after the wedding. You know, they haven't really had the conversation of where they're gonna live, if she even wants to have kids, because he does want to have kids. And this is Ash. I could just feel the support coming off of him. I could feel the love for their relationship coming off of him. This is best made material right here. I feel it for you, Ash. And he starts opening up about Jor's feelings that have always been there. Always, y'all. Keep that in mind. Because back when y'all was up in middle school, you were just too nervous to ask this girl to them Friday dances. You were too nervous to ask her to go dance with you. This is why they made it a point to show us these dances with them when we do get them, because they mean something. He was never able to do it before. Then when it came time for Miss Peacock class, you always made sure you went and sat next to her. Even I was saying you was sitting in the back. I can't ask her to dance, but let me just be next to her in some way, shape, or form. I just want to be close to her until I can actually have her. But right now, I can't do it. He was too nervous. And then they got to high school. And then Jordan's like, yeah, but you got her. This boy Ash is like, yeah, because he thought he was over her. Ain't no way you thought this man was over her. And they showed y'all to us for the first time. Your man was over here shooting eyes. He was looking at her. He was consistently looking at her, always checking for her. Ain't no way you gonna sit here and convince me that you ain't never peeped one of them looks. Just stop right now. If you saw him pining after her all those years, because it wasn't just 1 year, no, it was many, many years building up throughout your childhood, and he never got her. So to never get her, really gonna think he's gonna let it go like that? Apologize to him for lying to his face right now. What I'm gonna accept though is you have realized that erring your way, love over here too with your woman, and the fact that you know that they are in game for each other and there is no other person that either of them should be with. You know what's gonna let you keep your spot too? Because you two in this moment are just being in a listening ear for your homeboy and encouraging him to just talk to his woman and just know that, yeah, they're getting married, but everything that comes after that, they're gonna figure it out together and to just take it a day at a time. Mans makes it back to his woman. Mama Laura, she gotta get out the room. She gotta get out the room. Go ahead, girl, because we need a conversation to happen right now. But I still love you, girl. We have to have this conversation. They're getting married tomorrow. Jor, this whole time, like, he loves this girl so much. He just wants to make sure like there is nothing in their way. There is nothing blocking them, that they have everything just figured out to where they can live happy and in love together. Anything that could be a problem, we're gonna fix it right now. It's seeing him this whole time stressing about where we gonna live. Dad, I want kids. Does she want kids? I was like, time capsule, time capsule. She still want a baby girl. I'm pretty sure she gonna want more after that, but first you gotta give her that baby girl. And then the whole time, Lily girl's just chill. She is she ready to get married. My girl is just like, oh my goodness, my biggest concern is this seating chart. And I get to marry the love of my life. So to see him now, like, we really need to talk. What's happening after we say I do? I'm stressing out, boo. Lily girl, boo, I got you. Hold on. Her lines sometimes, I'm just like, where did that come from? Because she stops and just looks at him so calm, y'all. Because girl looks at him and she's like, hold on, please tell me you're not having cold feet, right? No. It's not the feet, boo. It's not the feet, but it's our future, because I need to know where we're headed right now. It's Lele girl, because she already know. He tried to talk about this before. She said, hold on. Let me calm my man down. Boo, I've been looking for us. Don't you worry. It's not even like she looked at 1 or 2 places. No, we know this girl did a whole deep dive on places that they could live. And what makes this even more hilarious is that it's just now crossing his mind. Lele girl been working on it. She is his better half. We know Jor. She knows Jor. That's why she's like, boo, I've been looking for us. I got you. I got us. We gonna be good. So she been looking at places that both of them would love. Lele girl, this is why you my number one. She wasn't even looking for places that only she would like. She looked at places that he would enjoy as well, that they could both look through. So she didn't even just pick one spot. She found a few of them that he would really enjoy. And then on top of that, boo, I do want some kids. I want your kids. He wants to have his baby. Sitting here having this very mature conversation, much needed conversation, because we don't need my man stressing out the day this way. We need to get everything settled so that way the main focus is just be y'all saying I do. Nope, hold on. Before we even get to the I do's, I need to hear them vows. AA, the way you have written Jordayla up until this point, I thank you. I really do, because it has been incredible. I need you to keep up with that incredible. Please. I want to be balling. I want my mouth to just be hanging open on every single word coming out of both of their mouths. These vows, I know it's a lot of pressure. I know, but y'all are up for it. They have to eat. I expect nothing but greatness. You don't have to show me every single detail leading up to the wedding. I get that. We're on a time crunch here. I truly do. You don't have to show me every single thing that's happening at the reception. I want the first dance though. But what I need the full picture of, the full visual, are these vows. That's a must. Please. Y'all, hold on, because remember I also told y'all how they're rounding out Jordayla with us with all of their things leading up into this wedding, because we got the hand kiss again. We got Jordan, no, he loved the hand, but is Lele girl letting him know that he may not be in charge of the kids' names. Kids, plural. He's about to be popping out the babies for this man. He is about to get a whole football team over here with a cheerleader on the side. They're about to be a full family. This is going to be one talented family that they have right here. Oh, they're having kids. They're moving in together. We're getting a house. We're about to say I do. We are walking down the aisle. Someone check on me. We did it. You know what? All them times that I'm like, they love each other. They're in love. Never lose hope, people. Believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams. They're about to walk down the aisle. Man, he is not in the burgundy, but my favorite color is green. Hey, y'all really put him in my favorite color for me? Yo, y'all are so nice. How did you know? Earthy tones, they really work well with him. He looks so good. What I'm not really feeling though, I feel like they should have gave my girl something a little more extravagant, a little more, you know, it's her big day. And then the hair. Like I was talking about the extensions earlier, we got the extensions that she was practicing with, but where they went? In that bun thing y'all done gave her? No. You know what? My girl went for a more simplistic look. And that's because this wedding, though, the actual venue and what I saw around, they say, y'all better wear light colors to our wedding. That's why everything is just so light. All the groomsmen and the maid of honor and them, even Patience girl over here singing, y'all, they're all in light colors. Because that's Jordayla. Jordayla brings light with them. Her first kiss, and the sun was shining in. I better see an empty seat there for Billy too. It better be an empty seat for my man Billy in the front row. And Denise, she better be like second row. That's what I want. We're getting married. I'm gonna see y'all on wedding day. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and next time you see me, we're gonna be up, we're gonna be locked in. Until then, peace.